At the beginning of the movie, we find ourselves in a children's camp. A girl named Liberty Wells is busy reading a book and gets angry when one of the boys takes her picture. Soon the heroine's mother, Michelle, takes her home and asks her about how her summer went. The woman behaves very cheerfully, but Liberty still remains withdrawn and immersed in a book. Michelle tries very hard to attract the heroine's attention, but she mostly ignores such moments. The car enters the territory of the Adirondack Park. On a deserted territory, Michelle suddenly stops and offers her heroine to drive. The woman is a little nervous and gives a lot of advice, but Liberty asks her to calm down and not to interfere. Along the way, the heroine talks to her mother about college and some financial difficulties. Liberty notices an expensive watch on the woman's hand, and the woman informs her that it's just a gift. The heroine is perplexed to see a man's shorts outside the house, and Michelle says she has some very interesting news. Turning around, Liberty sees a very handsome man coming out of the water. Michelle introduces her new boyfriend, John Smith, to her daughter with a smile. The man hopes he won't interfere with the family vacation and leaves to get a gift for Liberty. The mother informs the heroine that she originally planned only a light affair, but John turned out to be better than she thought. The man returns with a small box and gives it to Liberty. When the heroine takes out the strange bracelet, John tells her that he learned about her passion for archaeology, so his gift is a unique bracelet with symbols of Eastern and Western civilizations. Also embedded in the center of the jewelry is a stone of Navajo Indian life, the only object of value to them beyond the household. Before dinner, Liberty takes apart numerous items from his backpack. The heroine really wants to look more seductive and therefore puts on a blue dress with a neckline and tries to give her forms more lushness. Liberty almost immediately realizes that this is a bad decision and tries to behave as usual. However, seeing John, the heroine can't resist and looks at him. At dinner, Michelle tells her that she was just tending to the lake house when she met the man. Liberty learns that John works as an aquatic geneticist. The man says that he is studying freshwater species with a small team that wants to solve nature's problems. At the request of the heroine, John specifies that the changing climate causes the percentage of fresh water to begin to decrease. Because of this, some species will have to disappear in the new conditions. John and his team try to solve this by helping these species adapt to life in saltier water. Explaining this, the man uses 2 glasses of water and ice. Listening to his story, Liberty is periodically distracted by the movements of his fingers and twists a strand of hair. Noticing her mother doing the exact same thing, the heroine is embarrassed and removes her hand. John accidentally chokes on his salad and soon returns to the table, putting his arm around Michelle. The man strokes Liberty's shoulder supportively. At night, the heroine can't sleep, remembering this touch. After going out to get water, Liberty returns to her room via the stairs and hears strange noises coming from her mother's bedroom. The heroine realizes it's Michelle, and John goes to their door. Leaning near the door crack, Liberty sees a shadow and runs back to bed. Pretending to be asleep, the heroine sees John stand watching her for a long time, then closes the door. In the morning, Liberty reminds her mother of the memorable date. Together with Michelle, the heroine goes outside and digs up a box labeled Grandpa. Liberty puts a note there and asks for an item that her mother will leave behind this year. However, Michelle admits that she has nothing to put in the box. The heroine quarrels with her mother, believing that she does not care about her grandfather and the memory of him. That is why he will leave the house. Michelle is angry and says that her grandfather quietly gave it away during the divorce without even thinking about her feelings, and she is still very hurt. While walking alone, Liberty notices a small rock and decides to pick it up. However, she is attacked by a scolopendra, severely burning her hand. Angry, the heroine wants to crush the insect, but suddenly John appears and asks her to stop. The man tells her that the scolopendra is very rare and helps her hide in the roots. The heroine complains about the bite, and John explains that the insect was trying to protect its offspring. The man examines Liberty's arm, blows on the wound, and offers to ice it. John is worried about the morning's argument, thinking it was his fault. The man says he's ready to leave so as not to cause discord between Michelle and her daughter. Liberty asks him to stay and decides to talk to her mother. Seeing her on the bed, the heroine looks around the closets. Michelle swears that she didn't drink. She just had a stomachache. Liberty apologizes for her behavior in the morning. The woman asks not to worry about it and tells the shocking news. Turns out that John proposed to her, and she accepted. Liberty is not opposed to this union and wishes her mother happiness. Michelle admits that she slightly lied to John about her age for fear of losing him. Liberty is sure the truth will eventually come out, but it won't bring any discord. Sitting in her room, the heroine reads about scolopendras and notices John returning from a run. Liberty is surprised to notice the man wiping his sweat and then drinking it. The heroine goes down to the man's basement, and he shows her his research. John is particularly attracted to lampreys, a species that has been around for 360 million years. The man genuinely admires their adaptability and calls them beautiful. John offers to help the heroine take specimens on the lake. During the swim, Liberty tells him that she really wants to go to Cambridge, but is worried, as Michelle is very attached to her. John notices the heroine is having women days and tries to help, although he does it rather strangely. The man asks Liberty to calm down and shows her that it's no big deal by licking soiled fingers. When the heroine goes to take a shower, John ostensibly checks on her and then stealthily stands behind the curtain. The man inhales the scent of the girl and her soiled clothes. Liberty senses something strange, but John manages to get away unnoticed. After that, the heroine tries to sneak into the basement, but all the entrances to it turn out to be inaccessible. Liberty is very nervous, believing that John is not who he says he is, and writes to her friend asking her to visit them tomorrow. The heroine hears a knock on the door and sees an apology sandwich from a man there. Soon, Liberty wakes up to a strange red light. The heroine sees a clothed John walk into the water as if wanting the lake to swallow him. Liberty tries to get through to Michelle, but she fails. The heroine goes to the lake and stares into the water to see when John will come out of it. However, Liberty is unaware that he is already behind her back. John says he did not enter the lake, and his dry clothes confirm this. In addition, the man admits that he sometimes sleepwalks. John tries to push pity, saying that he always and everywhere messes things up. However, Liberty stops trusting him. In the morning, the heroine hears her mother screaming and finds her in the toilet. Michelle asks her daughter to go to the city and buy her medicine, as well as a pregnancy test just in case. Standing in the pharmacy, Liberty notices John with another woman on the street. The heroine follows him, but is stopped by the pharmacist, demanding payment for the goods. At home, Liberty gives the medication to Michelle and is nervous about leaving her alone with the man. The heroine tells her friend Miley about John and his behavior. The girl decides to talk to Michelle herself, waiting for her return. The heroine decides to snack on a salad. Liberty wakes up in her bed and goes downstairs. The heroine sees that Michelle and John are sitting in front of the TV as if nothing happened. It turns out that the woman didn't believe what Miley said. Michelle is angry, as she thinks that the heroine just wants to ruin her personal life. In addition, it turns out that she is really pregnant. John forgives Liberty and discreetly winks at her. This enrages the heroine. She tries to pull her mother away from John and gets slapped. Liberty gives away her mother's secret about her age. John leaves and demands that she not touch him. Michelle fights with her daughter again, not believing there is something wrong with her new boyfriend. At night, Liberty hears strange noises on the roof. The heroine goes back to get a flashlight and doesn't see a shadow running through the house. Liberty goes around the house but never finds anyone. Back at home, the heroine sees John and Michelle together. Liberty notices that it looks like lamprey's teeth are showing under his skin. The heroine hides in her room, but then comes out into the hallway. The bedroom is empty and red shadows appear on the wall again. Frightened, Liberty calls out to her mother, but hearing no answer, decides to take the car to call for help. The heroine fails to control the car, and her vehicle ends up in the lake. Liberty runs home and calls her mother. The sound of her phone comes from the basement. The frightened girl walks down the stairs. In the ultraviolet light, Liberty notices that her hands are covered with strange hieroglyphs on the place where she wore a bracelet. The heroine finds Michelle in a container of water. Upon waking up, the woman asks Liberty to run and save herself. On her hand, the heroine also notices strange signs. Some of the walls are also covered with them. John appears at the tank and tries to perform a strange ritual with Michelle. When he fails, the man goes back outside. Liberty takes advantage of this to lock the door. John tries to get inside and lies that he's doing it all for Michelle's benefit. Liberty finds a device that jams phone calls and calls the police. The heroine hides under a table and sees her friend being fed on by lampreys. John reaches her and breaks the phone. Liberty manages to knock Salt over, after which she rescues her mom and tries to escape from the basement. Michelle falls and she and her daughter are swallowed by darkness. Liberty regains consciousness while tied to a chair. The heroine sees many of John Smith's clones and realizes that the thing she saw in the lake is their shelter. John leans over to Liberty and hands her something glowing from her mouth. The heroine regains consciousness in a strange tank that fills with water. Next to her are the same kinds of wombs that will breed for the sake of continuing the lineage of parasites pretending to be human. This is the end of the movie. Thank you all for watching this video till the end. Give this video a like. Write in the comments what you think about this movie, and I'll see you in new videos.